Every day I see you is a fine day.
Monday night,
Fine day.
Brotherhood Ballad. We are at 10:33 recording this. My podcast partner Alex Johnson is back once again, and you just saw Marty Supreme, the new Timothy Chalamet Oscar bait allegedly. What do you think about Marty Supreme?
So over the over the years, I've shared with you my disdain for Timothy Chalamet. Um, I think he did a horrible job in Willy Wonka. It was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. And to top that, he did Dune, and that was also another shit movie. Was he a part of Dune too?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, it was so bad I forgot that he was even in it. Um, and then I think those are the three main movies I've seen Chalamet in. So the bar for me going into this movie was set pretty low, given the fact that I think he's a mid actor to begin with, um, and I there's just no like redeeming qualities that I see him in an actor. When you look at like the greats like De Niro, Vince Vaughn, Owen Wilson, etc. And so I had to go into this movie with an open mind if I wanted to actually get this movie in its entirety. And so you're catching me at the perfect time because my initial thoughts after the movie was this is probably the best movie he's done, in my opinion. But like there was nothing like extremely stellar about it. So I'm a little bit curious as to how like the movies got such high ratings. Like the Rotten Tomatoes scored it like a 96%. The average Letterboxd review was a 4.5 out of 5. And then on what IMDb or whatever it is, the average ranking of that movie was an 8.6 out of 10. And so before like going in the movie seeing I'm like, this must be a freaking awesome movie if these are the types of reviews that it's getting. And I think those reviews overhyped up the movie. If I'm being honest, I'd probably give it like a 6.5, maybe a 7 at a very highest, compared to giving Willy Wonka in both Dune movies like a 2.5 or even a 2.
Out of 10?
Yeah, I
Well,
think. Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, you just saw it, so obviously I have not seen it. I have not seen either of the Dune movies, one or two. It's just not really something that I'm too interested yet in seeing, but I have seen quite a bit of Chalamet movies, and I mean, I think that this is his chance if he wants to win an Oscar. Obviously, he just turned 30 2 days ago as we're recording this, December 27th. 1995 is his birthday. I do think the parallels, as our audience does know by the thumbnail of this video, him and Leo, the comparison, it's obviously Leo's a lot older, but at the age that they're at, in terms of Chalamet just turning 30, it's really interesting to see their timeline. So we got Timothy Chalamet, his breakout, Call Me by Your Name. He comes out, he's 22 years old. Have you seen that movie?
I didn't even know that that was a movie. I've never heard of that.
Call Me by Your Name. It's a Luca Guadagnino movie, and I'm not sure you would be too much of a big fan because it's him and Army Hammer, and they have kind of a love story going on. So it is a gay movie set in the 80s in the summer of Italy. It's kind of
Oh my God, I'd rather stab my eyes out.
yeah. So that's where he kind of got his fame from being
That
an.
says a lot about his acting abilities. Anyways, go on.
So that's his first movie at 22. At that same age. Leo was in Romeo and Juliet and Titanic at 22 and
Oh my
also
God, two of the best movies ever. Bro's in a gay movie about Italians in the 1980s, and Leo's making Titanic and fucking Romeo and Juliet, one of the most historic, like one of the best Shakespeare stories ever told, or like however you want to describe it. Those two movies, like you could cut Romeo and Juliet in half, and it would still be better than any Timothy Chalamet movie that's ever been released. Leonardo DiCaprio might be the greatest actor ever.
It's definitely between him, Al Pacino, De Niro. I think Denzel Washington has to be thrown in that
Banger.
conversation. That could be the Mount Rushmore right there, and that's
It
not
could
even
be.
us researching it.
No, that's just off the top of the head. I don't think Leo's made one bad movie.
Have you seen have you seen the Gangs of New York?
Out of all the movies I've seen with him in it, none of them have been bad. Let me rephrase that.
You have to pick and choose with Leo because obviously Don't Look Up. I have not seen that, but I have not heard good things about the that movie
Like,
that came out.
that movie shit, bro.
So for Alex to put it, I know you can pick and choose with Leo. Like there is a couple misses on his radar, but I mean the comparison, yes, Timothy Chalamet, he is. I mean, he is 30, so technically it's not a young, like he's in his 20s, but in terms of Hollywood, it is very young. What I like for him is he knows how to choose directors. So obviously Luca Guadagnino, he has made some very, very prominent movies. Challengers with Zendaya
Banger.
came out a couple years ago. So that was him. Lady Bird, Oscar-winning movie, Greta Gerwig. He was in that as one of the younger siblings. I mean, he worked with
Wait, did you
Steve
say
Carell.
Greta Thunberg or who?
Greta Gerwig. She made
Oh,
Barbie.
sorry. I don't. I didn't see Well, I guess I did see Barbie, but I wasn't really coherent, so that doesn't.
I think all the men that went to that movie, whether if it was for a woman like me or, just in general, I think it was best to go into that a bit inebriated.
I went for the Ice Spice song at the end.
Oh my God. We, he's got another movie with Woody Allen, an all-time director.
Yeah.
Although it is a horrible movie, allegedly, A Rainy Day in New York, 2019. And then we have Little Women, The French Dispatch, a Wes Anderson movie. I watched about half, or I actually did watch all of that. He does give a good performance in that movie. Dune, haven't seen it. Don't Look Up,
Horrible.
haven't seen it. He's in a cannibalistic love story, Bones and All, another Luca Guadagnino movie. He makes really weird movies. I don't think you'd be a big fan of Luca's
Bro
work.
went from gay Italians to cannibalism. How does that work out?
And then we got Intergalactic. Shout out to Kid Cudi,
Fire.
banger
Yeah.
animated film. Wonka, Dune
So shit.
2.
So shit.
A Complete Unknown. Have you seen the Bob Dylan biopic
Who?
that he made last year?
Who?
A Complete Unknown. It's a
No, what was the
biopic.
name you just said?
Bob Dylan of
Who is Bob Dylan?
he's a singer, I'm pretty
A
sure.
singer?
From the
And Timothy
1960s.
Chalamet played his. Did Bob Dylan like okay this, or is he not like all the
I
way
don't
there?
think
Or
I don't think he's alive anymore, but I could
I don't
look it
even
up for the audience.
I don't even know who Bob Dylan is, but they let Timothy Chalamet play his life. I feel bad for Bob Dylan.
He's 84 years old, so he must have greenlit
He's still kicking it.
yeah, a biopic for Timothy Chalamet, I guess.
Somebody on his team must have signed off for that because nobody coherent would do that. Anyways, continue.
So that was his
Somebody
most
forged
recent
his signature, Justin.
that was his most recent Oscar bait, trying to get an Oscar, obviously, because Marty Supreme, they're gonna push for this. And I mean, do you think he should be in the running for Best Actor? Do you think it was that good of a performance?
So, well, to respond to that first, I would need to know the other movie. Like, have they put out a list? Do you have the
Well,
list?
off the top of my head, Leo is definitely gonna be in it for One Battle After Another.
Okay.
So they're gonna be competing. I think Benicio del Toro, he probably will be a supporting actor, but I think Leo for sure is gonna be in it. I think there's gonna be I feel like George Clooney's going to be in it for Jay Kelly. So, I mean, you got two goats he's going up against. Some other movies that came out.
There's just been no good movies that have came out this year besides Weapons.
I mean, if Michael B. Jordan doesn't win for Centers, I think it's going to be a crime against humanity. He played two parts and they were twins, both like vampires, both different. Michael B. Jordan, in my opinion, has to win for Best Actor.
Yeah, so my thing is like we know how Hollywood works. They have an agenda. They always have an agenda. It's why Cardi B won a Grammy over Travis Scott. Um, and so do I think he deserves it? No way. But I haven't even seen the other movies you're talking about, so it's hard for me to give an honest perspective, and it doesn't sound like I want to see them to begin with. But like the movie, like the plot of it, I enjoyed the plot of it, but the actors, specifically him, and the way the movie played out, it was just so all over the place. Like it just there was so much going on. It was cool seeing Kevin O'Leary acting compared to like him in the Shark Tank. I guess he's acting regardless, but Kevin O'Leary is not a bad actor. So that was kind of cool to see him in that movie. You had Tyler the Creator. I think Tyler the Creator's music is shit, but he did an all right job of acting. Um, Gwyneth Paltrow. I mean, Gwyneth Paltrow's a very good-looking woman. Um, I know she has her vagina-scented candles out. Have you heard about that? Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I mean, she did such a good job. I may have already ordered a vagina-scented candle.
I'll have to share that on the next episode.
Yeah. Um, she did a decent job in the movie. Like, also, I'm not. This won't spoil a lot, but there was a shit ton of sex in this movie for no reason. Literally the opening scene of the movie is Marty Supreme having sex.
With
That's
who?
literally with one of the other actresses in the movie, which you'll find out
Is
it's not it's not Gwyneth Paltrow to start off.
is her name Rachel in the movie?
Yes.
Okay, so we got to talk about Odessa Zion, I think is her name. She's 25 years old. She was in the recent, I think, hit HBO Max series I Love LA with Rachel Sennett. I honestly think you should check it out. It could be cringy to some, but I think the way they portray influencers in LA is hilarious. And it has, I don't know if you've seen like the Hunger Games, but it has your guy Hutchinson in it.
Shout
And
out Josh Hutchinson.
he's a
He's a
dog.
dog.
The
He
opening
is.
scene is literally having sex. So she's been in two now, um, film and television where it's just, I think it's actually Rachel Sennett having sex. But anyways, Odessa does get a little down and dirty in that show. So if you liked what you saw, run it back on I Love LA and you'll be.
Well, I liked more what I saw in The Housemaid, but that's a discussion for a little bit.
We'll get to
Uh,
that shortly.
yeah. I think she did an all right job. Like, give now knowing the fact that she's 25, for somebody who's 25 years old, she did like I would her acting I'd probably give like a solid 7. It wasn't bad. Clearly you could tell the inexperience, but you'll have to shoot me. It's what, I Love LA or something.
On
Yeah,
HBO
I'll
Max.
I'll take a look at that. For the most part, I trust your judgment when it comes to this type of stuff. So
I mean,
I'll
you
at
might
least
think it's cringy, but if you think of it like she's trying to, like, because Rachel said it's smart as fuck, so she knows, like, she's not just gonna make something cringy, but she's like making fun of the influencer culture. Like, it's pretty sick.
I would probably enjoy that. And there's also like 3 or 4 other scenes where um Timothy Chalamet and Gwyneth Paltrow have sex in the movie.
Isn't she like 50?
Yes,
What?
I'm serious.
She's 53.
She still must be getting after it. I don't know what to tell you.
And he's 30. I mean, I respect it. It's
I mean,
very
it's
Leo-esque of him.
it's Hollywood, so they probably aren't even having sex. They're probably just laying on top of each other with a green screen.
With the
Um,
fucking stupid intimacy coordinators nowadays.
yeah, just having sex in air quotes. But like it just the movie. I think the biggest thing for me that caused me to kind of not really enjoy it as much as I thought I would was what I had reiterating what I said earlier, is the fact that there just wasn't, like, it was just all over the place. There was just so much going on. It wasn't hard to understand, but just it was so congealed and just like put together. It just is not an Oscar winning performance in my opinion. Like, we can think about previous Oscar winners and the movies they've been a part of, and this, in my opinion, does not fall into Oscar winning category. Now, I would love for you to see it and for me to get your opinion, but I think this is the last chance I'm giving with the Chalamet. I just don't find it, like, there's just nothing there. Like, his
Wow.
acting is the same. It just doesn't, like, he's good at playing different roles, but it's just there's something that's missing. I don't know what it is because I'm not part of the acting scene, but as somebody who pays money to go and watch, there's just something that I'm not getting.
That's
And I don't know what
interesting.
it is.
That's really interesting because that you say that because I mean, I think the kind of the reason why I'm bringing up the Leo comparison is I feel like I've kind of heard that like he's coming up, he's in these big movies, he's with all these nice directors like Leo. But if you look at it, like we talked about, Leo's been in, you can name off more than one hand absolute bangers. Catch Me If You Can
Fire.
is unreal. Titanic, obviously, we mentioned. I mean,
One of the
Romeo and
best movies
Juliet.
ever.
Romeo and Juliet, probably my favorite Shakespeare movie that's ever been made.
Macbeth with being a close second.
That being a close second. I haven't seen The Aviator, but I need to.
Fire.
Departed with Jack Nicholson. That's a
Also
banger.
banger.
Shutter Island,
Banger.
Inception,
Banger.
Django,
One of the best Tarantino movies of all time.
Wolf of Wall Street.
I mean, the list goes on and on.
It,
You have these A-list actors.
it's like I don't think Chalamet will ever reach Leo's peak, but I do want to say like I do respect Chalamet for not just grinding it out and like making a bunch of movies. He chooses the right directors, which I do give him credit for, but I think the comparisons need to stop because Leo's a one of
Yeah.
one. Like no one will ever be like Leo. I mean, biggest star in the world at like what was it? He in Titanic, like 20, we said? He
Yeah,
was
I think it was 20.
22 years old. He was the biggest star in the world, and he was able to manage that. And it's 30 years later, and he's in a movie like One Battle After Another, carrying it and making over $200 million dollars still. It's insane.
Yeah, those two will never be able to be compared. I agree with you, like with Chalamet picking and choosing his roles, but he could do a significantly better job at acting. I don't know how he's getting these big roles. It really doesn't make sense to me. And I genuinely tried to go into that movie with as open of a mind as I possibly could because of how good the reviews were. I'm like, if this is this good, then clearly he's like gone and made that next step in his acting abilities, and I just didn't see it.
Before we move on, have you seen obviously the Safdie brothers? The guy that directed it, Josh Safdie, him and his brother have been making movies for a while.
Hmm.
They did Uncut Gems. Did you see that with Adam Sandler?
Yeah, I fucking hated that movie. That was one of the worst Adam Sandler movies I've ever fucking seen as a joke.
Why did you not like it?
Just everything, just like the whole movie was shit. I absolutely despise Uncut Gems.
I did not know about this. Okay.
Yeah, I
All
hate
right.
Uncut Gems.
Wow.
Horrible fucking movie. But anyways, continue on your point.
I mean, I was just curious as to if you'd seen that, and then had you seen their first big one, Good Time with Robert Pattinson?
Yes, decent movie.
I think it's better than Uncut Gems, and I think it won't be topped in Marty Supreme. Obviously, we'll have to save that for when I do see it, but
Yeah, Dune 1 is better than Uncut Gems.
I have not seen that yet, but I'll have to see if that's a this crazy take or not. I'm sure we'll be let known about people's thoughts on that in the comments. I do want to know your thoughts on the 21st century Marilyn Monroe and Sydney Sweeney is in a new movie. It's killing it at the box office right now. I don't know if I sent you it, but it's going to be a big hit. Her and Amanda Seyfried out of Jennifer's Body. Shout out to her.
Hmm.
What do you think about that movie? I have not seen it yet either, so we will have to do another pod when I do see these two movies.
Yeah.
Just letting the audience know.
Um, See, if we want to talk about actors and actresses that are trying to advance their career, this is a perfect example of it because Sydney Sweeney went from not being that good of an actress, really like I need to pick my words carefully. Um, Obviously we know why a lot of males tune in to her shows and movies. Um, for one reason or the other. That's not acting. And so we go to this movie, Housemaid, which I'd seen quite a bit about on X and whatnot. Um, and it didn't have like a ton of hype, but it had good reviews, kind of similar to the to Marty Supreme, but Marty Supreme had way more build to it and whatnot. And so I was like, you know what? Maybe Sydney Sweeney will make like a step in her acting abilities, and holy shit, in my opinion, she did. This was an unbelievable movie. This movie was significantly better than Marty Supreme. Her acting and Amanda Seyfried, however you say her last name, they both killed this movie.
Yeah.
Like,
Sydney Sweeney, also an executive producer on the film. She's done some producer work in the last couple years. Immaculate, a nun horror movie she was in as Sister Cecilia, a crazy movie. You got to check that out. She was a
yeah,
producer in that and also in Anyone But You. So honestly,
fire.
I know a lot of guys love to buy her bathwater and such, but she's getting better. I mean, obviously, Christie was a huge box office failure. Her attempt at a biopic being a boxer. Obviously, Christy Martin.
Dude, that movie was so bad. Did you see it?
I did not see it, unfortunately. It
Please,
was
for the
bad.
love of God, don't watch it. It
What
was
happened?
horrible. It was one of the worst movies I've seen in a long time. Just, I mean, it was just so poorly written. Like everything about the movie was piss poor. Luckily, I was able to watch it in an alternative form from the movie theater. So so I saved a couple bucks there. Um, but yeah, I mean, I know you love your movies, so fuck it, but I would not watch that movie.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but bad things. It was a box office bomb, as they say, just horrible. And a lot of people are saying that The Housemaid saved Sydney Sweeney's 2025 because
I I agree.
that movie is going to make a lot of money. I think her 2024 was a little bit better with Immaculate. I thought was good, but Madam Web was a huge bomb too, I think as well. Like Dakota Johnson. I mean, you have two of the most attractive lead roles and you're putting it in a shit Marvel movie. I just hated what they did. I just hate Marvel in general. Shout out
Dakota
to Rock, but I
Johnson,
hate Marvel.
Dakota
Um,
Johnson. Oh,
her and Social Network,
oh my God.
that Stanford fucking crew neck.
Yeah, go trees, bitch.
Anyone but you, her and Glenn Powell. It was a perfect, how do I word this? Anyone but you was a perfect use of the two leads. Was it a good movie? No.
No.
But was it a perfect use of an attractive male and a very attractive female? Yes.
Yeah, you want to hear a hot take? You could clip this for the shorts, TikTok, whatever you want to do with this. Glenn Powell is a worse actor than Timothy Chalamet. 100%.
Why is that?
Well, do you want to take a look at their movies? All right, let's think about let's why don't you pull up like Glenn Powell's recent movies, and we
Mhm.
already know because we've already gone through it, recent Timothy Chalamet movies, and you can just say the recent Glenn Powell movies, and I'll let you know.
Okay. So
All
we
right, let's
got we got Twister.
okay. Dune 1 and Dune 2 were better than Twister.
We got Hitman.
Um, that's comparable in their acting abilities to Marty Supreme. That was a decent movie. I'll give it to him.
Anyone but you.
Oh my God, dude, Wonka was better than anyone but you. If they had, if they had like, I mean, this is gonna sound horrible, but it's just factual. If they had a not as attractive actress playing Sydney Sweeney's role, it would have flopped.
I agree 100% with
I
that.
mean,
Top
we all
Gun
know why
Maverick.
we watched the movie, huh?
I mean,
Top Gun Maverick? No, first one was way better.
okay. So you didn't like it in
Tom Cruise.
general?
Tom Cruise is did a way better job than Glenn Powell.
I mean, I think Miles Teller too definitely carried
Oh
that movie.
yeah. I
I,
mean,
I do think that Chalamet has more, obviously he has more quantity and I think quality too. I think Glenn Powell's gonna definitely hit another level. I think especially him dating the Landman girl, I think that'll put him into the not right, not quite the Brangelina type of Hollywood couple, but Landman's a huge show, and Glenn Powell, I think Chad Powers was really fun. I had a lot of fun watching it, especially like during football season. I do think Everybody Wants Some is very underrated. A 2015, 2016 Richard Linklater movie. I think you got to watch that. You'd love it. It reminds me a lot of Agape.
sounds like I'll have to take a gander.
I'll send you it right now, but I
Send
do
me
want
it.
to say for The Housemaid and Sydney
Yeah.
Sweeney, I think that she's, like I said, she's the 21st century version of Marilyn Monroe. I was doing some research before this episode, and do you want to know that obviously Marilyn Monroe, R.I.P. She had an early death. But did you know what her filmography, like the amount of money that she made, obviously was a lot different in the 50s and 60s. But do you know what her whole box office, like total that she did in her movies would have be worth today?
Over a billion.
2 billion.
Not surprised. You know, Hugh Hefner is buried next to her.
What? Well, she was in the. I didn't know she was on the first cover of Playboy. That's insane.
Yeah, she was the first ever Playmate. Hugh Hefner bought the plot, like the cemetery plot right next to Marilyn Monroe for him to be buried in because that was the first ever Playmate.
That's insane.
So yeah, fact, shout out Marilyn Monroe, R.I.P.
I
She
mean,
was she was a great actress. You're right, I agree.
I haven't seen much of her work, but I do want to say that she was 36 when she passed away, and Sydney Sweeney right now is 28. So just thinking of that
May
is
God help
insane.
us.
Like 8 years from now, I mean, like doing the comparison, like if we were to lose Sydney Sweeney, like we hope that doesn't happen, but like that's just insane
I
because
hope it
obviously
does
she
not
had
happen
so
too.
much left in the tank. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, also if you want to see her bare tits, you can watch Housemaid.
But you know what's actually kind of crazy that I didn't think about it? At the same age, at 28 years old, she got married to Joe DiMaggio, like one of the most famous baseball players of all time. That would be
Yeah,
like if Sydney Sweeney right now just decided, hey, I'm gonna marry who's the
Aaron
most famous
Judge.
athlete right now, like Steph Curry or LeBron.
Aaron Judge.
She just marries Aaron Judge.
We don't really like Steph Curry's wife, so we'll leave that out of this conversation.
Yeah, I shouldn't have brought it up. That's my bad. But that's just insane to me. And I mean, shout out to Marilyn Monroe. But do you think, I mean, obviously the box office, Sydney Sweeney has not even reached close to that. But I mean, do you think that's a fair comparison?
I see like I see where you're going with the comparison. I agree with like what you're trying to describe the comparison as. So yeah, I think the way you're discussing it, yeah, I would agree with what you're saying.
Have you seen White Lotus with Sydney Sweeney, the first season? What are your thoughts on
Next.
that season?
Have you seen Euphoria? Yeah, what are your thoughts on Euphoria? I think we have the same idea.
I think I liked a lot of what I saw.
Yeah, I think most of us did.
All right, I did have a serious question. What ad campaign did you like better, the Dr. Squatch one or the American Eagle jeans one?
Bro, I would do anything to have her fucking bathwater. Are you kidding me? I need a bar of that soap. Fuck's wrong with him?
Oh, I'm gonna have to put this as an explicit version on Spotify. It's too
Bro,
late night for this.
the Gene ad campaign was just
Genius.
it was genius and people were getting mad, bro. Just because she looks good in jeans doesn't mean y'all need to be tripping.
Just because she has blonde hair and blue eyes doesn't mean they were trying to go too deep with it.
I mean, the jeans look good on her. I mean, I bought American Eagle jeans. They did a good job. I mean, I have like
They
four
did their
pairs.
job, right?
They made money. I mean, they convinced me to buy American Eagle jeans.
I honestly almost bought stock. I'm not even gonna lie.
I mean, it's great ad marketing. Good job on them. Round of applause.
Good job by them.
Yeah, good job, American Eagle.
American Eagles were huge winners of this pod. Huge losers, Timothy
Yeah,
Chalamet.
yeah, American Eagle. Can we get a sponsorship? We both have good jeans.
An interesting thought, just because I mean we do have a man and a woman, is I mean, who do you think has a better like next 5 years? Sydney or our guy Chalamet?
Oh my God, Justin, come on. The next Timothy Chalamet movie is gonna be him. Like, actually, I'm not gonna say that because I don't know. I mean, fuck. The next movie he's gonna be in is probably gonna be like
Like a Michael Jackson biopic or something? Oh wait, they're already doing that.
they're making Timothy Chalamet as Michael Jackson.
No, not him, but they're having a Michael Jackson biopic that's
Who do
coming
you know
out.
who's gonna play Michael Jackson?
I'll let you know in about 5 seconds, but just let me know what you think about Sydney Sweeney's next five
It's not
years.
even
I'll
close.
add
It's
that.
clearly gonna be Sydney Sweeney.
Make the case.
Um, her movies. She's gotten so outside of like a couple of her flops with Christie and whatnot, she has been significantly better and she's progressed in her acting abilities. Plus, any straight male is not going to not go and see a Sydney Sweeney film and or TV show. So, I mean, it's just how it is. So I think she's gotten this movie, Housemaid, was amazing. And your comment about seeing that this saved her 2025 couldn't be more accurate. If she can make the next step from this to whatever she's got on the back burner after Housemaid, we could be having a whole different conversation about her acting abilities come the end of 2026.
I
So
mean,
I think it's Sydney Sweeney for sure.
I think if she's gonna make movies like this, like Immaculate was a solid horror movie. I'll give her
Yeah.
that. And just think of any actor that you know, they've been in a horror movie. So like horror movies put asses in seats. And if she's gonna do that, like I think it did pretty well. I don't know if it was a huge success, but like can you imagine her like in the Conjuring universe? It would make like
Oh,
$1 billion. Or like just think of her in like just throw her in a horror movie, throw her in rom-com that makes a lot of
The
money.
Exorcist.
Now she's just got to be in like I mean, if she was in The Exorcist, the if they chose her instead of that bullshit believer crap that they tossed
Yeah.
out a couple years ago, an Exorcist movie with Sydney Sweeney would make like $1 billion. It's worth
Imagine Sydney Sweeney as Art the Clown.
it. Sydney Sweeney and Terrifier 4,
Oh,
that would make $1 billion. Like
I
if she
would go
got
to,
murdered or she kills Art the Clown,
oh my God, I would go to that movie every day.
I would see
I fucking
you would
hate
see
Art
it,
the
the sickos
Clown.
would see it, the general population would love to see her chase down Art the Clown, but we'll have to see. I did want to go back to Michael Jackson real quick. It's his nephew, Jafar
Oh, word.
Jackson, is going to be playing Michael Jackson in 2026. The budget for it is $155 million. It comes out April 24th. Miles Teller is going to be John Bronca in it, and then there's a couple other people in it. Joe Jackson's going to be played by Coleman Domingo. Shout out, he's a absolute
Miles Teller
legend.
is uh Miles Teller right now is an amazing actor. I love Miles Teller.
He's probably my favorite actor. I believe he's under 35, or maybe he's around 40. He's my favorite actor under 40.
His Even his movies that he's been in have cleared any Timothy Chalamet movie.
Like even Project X clears any Timothy Chalamet.
Project X is of unbelievable. I would rather sit in a dark room and have Project X on repeat than somebody pay me to sit down and watch another Timothy Chalamet movie. I'm done with this bullshit. The acting is not there and the plots are not really there either. It's not getting better. And the fact that he's even in conversation for a or an Oscar blows my mind. I don't understand how. Like he didn't do anything special in this movie to deserve an Oscar.
I do
I
think one thing that is interesting to point out, and I'm interested to get your thoughts on. Obviously, me and you, huge college game day fans, especially when Lee Corso was on the show.
Shout
Timothy
out Lee
Chalamet
Corso.
did make an appearance that got a lot of press because he was firing off all these stats that I have like a strong inclination that he's not grinding tape like this. So I did think he might have done a little charisma, like memorizing all these facts. I don't know if he's truly like that, but I could be wrong. Timothy, if you're seeing this, I don't know if you're like that, but who do you think's done better off the screen in terms of marketing and like charisma, podcast interviews, things like that? I don't know if really either of them have done too much of the podcast space. That's more of a Brotherhood Ballad thing, but who do you think's done better off the screen, Chalamet or Sweeney?
Oh, it's not even close. The Dr. Squatch ad and the American Eagle ad blew up the internet. Dude, I saw on Reddit that her soap, like, there was a waiting queue on Dr. Squatch's website to get a bar of her soap. There's so many people that wanted that soap. You can go on eBay, if you buy a bar of her Dr. Squatch soap, it's like $400 for a bar of soap. Like, it's not even close. And it's just I think her ceiling is so much higher than Chalamet's. She has so much more that she can market. Like I think even like looking outside of certain things that a lot of us watch her for, like she puts herself in good spots to make money in marketing
She's smart.
She's smart, like her in the Dr. Squatch ad with soap all over her body and like talking about being a dirty boy and shit. Like, I mean,
She knows what the hell she's doing. I'll give her
she's
that. I was looking up on her biography on Wikipedia. Shout out Scotty. He's a big Wikipedia
yeah,
guy.
shout out Scotty.
I mean, she has like three properties. She has a fixer-upper mansion in the Florida Keys. Like she knows what the hell she's doing. So I just want to give her props. Obviously, I mean, she's very attractive, but she knows what the hell she's doing. So I got to give her big props for that. I do since we are a normally a sports podcast. What are the comps? Do we have NBA, NFL comps for Sweeney and Chalamet? I'm trying to
Yeah,
think of
Sydney
it.
Sweeney's like Alex Ovechkin in hockey.
Just carrying it.
Yeah, just everybody on her back. A
She's
good
just
NBA
longevity,
comparison.
like she's going to be in the league for the next 12. Do you think
Sydney
she's going to
Sweeney, yeah.
dominate, or do you think it's just because she's young,
No, I think she's gonna dominate. She's like Wilt Chamberlain.
just putting up numbers?
Yeah, 100 pieces. Um, only getting better. Um, gonna have a statue built for her like Wilt Chamberlain does outside of the 76ers arena. Um, Timothy Chalamet is like um NBA.
A young player that has never really
Mm,
had that championship season, but is pretty solid.
He's kind of like a Brian Scalabrine.
A bench player that wins a couple titles with good directors.
Yeah, pretty much. Um, or even
He's like a
like Terry Rozier.
he hasn't had a big scandal quite yet, but I hope
Yeah,
Chalamet
I
doesn't
hope
have a
Timothy
huge
Chalamet
scandal
doesn't beat
come
his
out
spouse,
soon.
but actually, I think Miles Bridges is a better comparison.
We can leave that as it be, but I do think Sydney Sweeney, I would say she's like Josh Allen. I think she's been dominating the game for multiple years, but she hasn't quite reached the pinnacle of the hill yet.
That's fair. I mean, I don't think Josh Allen ever will because there's just simply better.
Do you think
Like,
Sydney Sweeney, yes or no, wins an Oscar in her lifetime?
yeah, I
Wow.
do.
What do you think kind of movie she'll win it for? An action,
Thriller,
a
a
thriller?
thriller. Yeah.
It needs to be like a sex thriller because she did Voyeurs like 4 years ago, but she's got to have a sex thriller, bro.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think
Because the
most
men
people
will
would
go for
agree.
that and the women will go for the thrill. Boom. You're gonna make $1 billion.
I think when it's all said and done, she's gonna be like Aaron Rodgers. Just consistent, the best thrower of the football ever, the best actress to ever do it. Only gets
Best jugs
one,
to ever do it.
unfortunately, only gets one Super Bowl, in her case, one Oscar, but multiple MVPs. Um, a star cast around her. Um,
She needs to do a drug comedy like Rogers does his ayahuasca trip every
I
offseason.
would love to go on a nature retreat with Rogers. That shit would be so fun. Take me to the Amazon rainforest, but
Closing thoughts on Marty Supreme. Give us your letterbox review. What stars are you going with before we close?
letterbox review, I'm giving it a 1 out of 5. I won't do any spoilers. I'm not gonna hit liked because I didn't like it. And then final review, don't waste your money. It's the best Timothy Chalamet movie, but that's not really saying a lot. It should not win an Oscar, and he wasn't even the best actor or actress in the movie.